And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Ryan. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure. But it falls incomplete, and it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. Second and 10 now, Ryan. And it's complete to Jacob Tammy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Charles, you think Matt Ryan and Julio Jones are having any fun together this year?
I mean, they're not just snickering together, right? They're laughing uproariously, having a ball, enjoying the connection, and really decimating defenses in the NFL.
Against the Bucs, Jones did it again. 111 yards, another touchdown on 8 catches. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ikey's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the Bucs' new signee from New York, Robert Ayers. In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 27 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we get ready to get another peek at this Tampa Bay offense. You know, the Tampa Bay, it's interesting. The Browns 0-1 game, and that is these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're 0-4 in their own stadium.
It is really strange when you hear numbers like that roll out at you, and I do have an analogy, although it's not a perfect one. Dallas in 2014 went 12-4. Their 4 losses were at home. They were undefeated on the road. Tampa putting together something similar, although obviously not quite the same record.
Yeah, meanwhile, they're 3-1 on the road. First down, here's the run with Martin. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Jameis to throw it. And Brake, the tight end's got it. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
It's brought in by Adam Humphries. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And while it came in a losing effort, Charles Evans had one of his better nights of his young career against the Falcons. 11 catches, 2 touchdowns, 150 yards.
And he'll have to continue to grow as a #1 receiver has to in the NFL, meaning if you're that guy, you're going to get all the extra coverage. Everyone's going to look to you on critical downs, and you still have to make plays, and he has to do it now without Vincent Jackson, their #2 receiver, who's been hurt.
Here's Winston. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll throw again. Winston. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. To the air again with Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Doug Martin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second and long.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long. It's Ryan. Under pressure, they got him again. Now hang on here. Timeout called. Timeout called by the defense. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Matt Bosher now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half here, Winston. And that is incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? What? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at one. Now Ryan. And it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. Well, Charles, I know last night at the hotel we were going over injuries around the league and then looking at the quote-unquote next man up and who has really stepped in to fill some big shoes this year. Who'd you have down?
Well, Cleveland, it hasn't paid off for them yet, but 6 different guys have thrown passes for them so far. They've got to settle on a starter that they really like. How about in Dallas? I think that's the ultimate one right there. Dak Prescott stepping in for Tony Romo. Kansas City's had a carousel of running backs with the injury to Jamal Charles.
And one more in Denver. DeMarcus Ware returned in Week 9, but when he was out, who stepped up?
Shane Ray, their first-round draft pick in 2015.
Third down, still 14 yards left. Play clock winding down. They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jude Ij-Barima. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this
back now in Atlanta. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. Now Jameis on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Play action now. Winston. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Our eyes shift to the defense of the Buccaneers now. They got a little steam following the interception the last time they were out there, Charles.
And they wanted to keep that going now because once you get one, he wanted to multiply and turn into a bunch more. And right now, they're putting up their version of a no-fly zone.
No-fly zone. I like that. We had a flyover before the game.
Yeah, but this time they would intercept it.
They'll let their receiver run it out of the Wildcat. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This time Ryan will throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves his sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Going up top. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the first rounder, Vernon Hargrave. big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Now Winston over the middle to Evans. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Winston. And Brake has it over the middle. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Now Winston. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The first carry here for Jaquiz Rodgers. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. Ryan to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. Second down following the run. They run it again with Martin. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. But it's caught by Shorts. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it. 2
yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead.
Again, it's Martin. They find some open field here. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.